you go into the photography world and it's so different to the comedy world. I just keep mucking around, and you walk into the gallery and you just want to muck around and then you start getting really serious about photography. It's not serious. I walked past the Observatory Photography Gallery, which is where my exhibition is at the moment. And I'm a bit of a blagger, and I just went in and showed him some of my pictures, and he really liked them, and I was surprised because that's from the photography world. But it's interesting people from the photography world starting to like your stuff that's not comedy, but it's photography.
Steve's eye is so magical. It's the actual essence that he's captured of the people is so special. I think my favourite is the Julian Clary image, just because of the timing. It is immaculate.
This one is I always wanted one with a passing shot. So you have people backstage and you have front stage, and I wanted one passing. So the compere brings on the comedian, and Paul Thorne bringing on Julian Clary is what's happening here.
1/100th of a second before, 1/100th of a second afterwards, and it wouldn't have worked. And that's in a lot of Steve's work, but that is the one that really demonstrates it so perfectly.
This is quite a smiley shot, but there's quite a lot of loneliness, I think, in some of the backstage ones, certainly.
Well, you know what that emotion is like.
I know what that emotion like because I've been very lonely backstage, but also there's a sense of friendship as well.
What you've got is what all great photographers need, framing and timing.
It's Jimmy Carr.
I think this was your start because you had the access, so that was a great thing. Unparalleled access into this world. And perhaps that relaxed you as well, because you were known and trusted.
I could have chosen a few other ones that I shot Jimmy Carr, a few on stage, but this is again where I like the idea of I'm backstage, I've got the access. I knew him from the early days on the circuit, and when he came on with a clipboard, does his jokes. But so he was just let me into his dressing room and just let me shoot. And I quite liked it. It was quite vulnerable in a way.
Is this the best review you've had?
of my whole career, even in comedy.
I don't think it can be quite the same part of the brain, but the analogy is simply that with both elements of timing, I think it has to be innate. I don't think you can learn it. I think that is the point. So I think you can only not know what you're doing. You just get it right. If you think about it, it's gone.
That's fascinating again, because that is the same idea with stand-up. It's very hard to teach stand-up.
That's what I'm imagining. Yeah.
So you can. There's loads of stand-up courses you can do.
Right.
But some people have funny bones.
Yeah.
And are
I
innately
think
funny.
I believe that. Yeah. I
So
believe
you think
that.
that's the same with photography as well?
Exactly. Yeah. I do think that.
It's fascinating looking at your work because, being a stand-up for so long, your work generally is immediate. You're on stage and that's it. But when you see something that you've created, which is more physical, obviously, then it's great to see. I really like it. It's longer lasting in that sense because you're only as good as your last gig. But here, you've created something that is forever, ultimately.